In the valleys of the Indus, where the earth once breathed with life, cities rose in silence. Long before the pyramids or the Great Wall, an ancient people built homes, streets, and dreams. A civilization that lived in peace, prospered in order, and vanished without a trace. This is the story of the Indus Valley Civilization, the world's forgotten marvel. Over 5,000 years ago, along the banks of the Indus River, in what is now Pakistan and northwest India, a new chapter of human history began. Villages grew into towns, and towns became cities, carefully planned, perfectly aligned, built with precision that modern engineers still admire. Streets ran straight and wide. Brick houses stood in neat rows, and every home, rich or poor, had access to clean water and sanitation. No kings, no grand palaces, no monuments to war, only harmony, trade, and order. Their drainage systems were centuries ahead of their time. Every home was connected to covered sewers that carried waste away, a level of civic design unseen anywhere else in the ancient world. In these cities, hygiene wasn't luxury, it was life. In their silence, they spoke the language of order, balance, and unity. From the soil emerged clues, carved seals, painted pottery, stone weights, and delicate jewelry. Each piece whispers stories of trade, craftsmanship, and creativity. Their merchants traveled across deserts and seas, to Mesopotamia, to Persia, trading beads, cotton, and spices for silver and gold. Their symbols, still undeciphered, hint at a written language, but the meaning remains locked behind time's door. The Harappans, as we call them, never told us their names. Their silence is their mystery. The people of the Indus were not warriors. They were farmers, potters, weavers, and traders. They grew wheat and barley, kept cattle and goats, and built granaries to store their harvests. Women adorned themselves with colorful bangles and beads, and men traded their goods under the burning sun. A society built not on conquest, but on cooperation. At night, oil lamps flickered in the streets of Mohenjo-Daro. Children played, families gathered, and the hum of life echoed through brick-lined alleys. They lived without fear, for centuries, but like all great civilizations, time turned against them. Around 1900 BCE, the rivers began to change course. The mighty Indus and its tributaries grew shallow and unpredictable. Crops failed, trade declined, and one by one, the cities fell silent. No signs of invasion, no great war, just a quiet fading as nature reclaimed what man had built. The Harappan Civilization dissolved into the sands of time, leaving behind more questions than answers. Centuries later, when archaeologists unearthed the ruins of Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, they discovered something extraordinary. A civilization as advanced as Egypt or Mesopotamia, yet utterly unique. Its people valued balance over power, peace over war, and design over dominance. Even today, we cannot read their script, but their cities speak in brick and dust, telling us that progress does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Modern cities rise where their walls once stood, but beneath every street of Lahore, Karachi, and Delhi, the heartbeat of the Indus still echoes. It reminds us of a time when humanity's greatest achievement was not empire, but harmony. The Indus Valley Civilization, the silent architects of peace. Their story is not of kings or wars, but of people who mastered the art of living together. They built a world before history began, and in their silence, they still teach us how to build a better one. The lost cities of the Indus Valley, where peace built the first civilization.